Hey guys, welcome to Common Fixes. Today we're gonna learn how to do a quick solder. So basically 2-wire system. It works with multiple or one or whatever. So I've already done this one. Basically you cut the wires or when you're joining it, you splice each wire, say about half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Splice it, depends on the wire and what you're doing. And then there's a heat shrink. I prefer using heat shrinks, so put a good size of heat shrink that will cover the solder area. Just put that through and push it all the way to the back, because when you're soldering and the heat gets to it, it will shrink the heat shrink, and then you won't be able to put it back on. So push the heat shrinks as far as you can away from the area that you're soldering, and then basically what you need to do is do a cross on here. So basically put the two wires on a cross on an X format, and then bend each other. Bend that one down, and then push this one down, and then the other one the opposite way. So push each one the opposite way onto each other. And basically when you do that and you keep twisting it like that, the opposite ways, it'll give you something like this. So basically they're both in a straight line, and that's when you're ready to do soldering. So you make sure your soldering gun is nice and hot, melt some solder onto it, and then put the solder gun under the wire where you're heating, and then just put a little bit on it. Once the soldering gun heats up the wire, the solder will basically melt right onto it. So keep the soldering gun in one spot, move the solder around wherever you need to solder. You can move the soldering gun if you need to, but you don't have to. So basically that's one that's done, and then you can do the other one. Same thing. Just melt some solder onto it, wait a little bit until the heat goes through to the wire, and basically just melt the solder on there. It doesn't take much, it will melt pretty quick, and then it should be good to go. So that's the wires right there, it's soldered. So once they're done, wait a little bit till they cool off, and then you can put the heat shrinks over it, one on this side, the other one on this side. And then the best way to heat shrink them, you get a heat gun. Get a heat gun and then just blow onto it. It'll shrink it down. Just get a heat gun and just go over it, go back and forth slowly, and you will basically see the heat shrink shrinking down onto the wire. These heat shrinks that I use, they have this coating on the inside, so when they do shrink down, they have this bluish kind of thing on the inside that basically seals off any moisture from going into the wire that you just soldered. So there you go, it's all done. Both wires soldered, heat shrinked, and it's good to go. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.